Common Core is not for equality, it is not for equity, but rather to create a socio-economic whole between classes. Currently, I am a senior at high school, and I could have graduated my junior year because I completed the 245 credits required by my high school. Now, I was not prepared by any means to graduate. I could have gone out with my GED, but I was not prepared. I did not know what career I wanted. I did not know what my life shall be next. Is that truly learning? Or should we continue following the Common Core standards where it is more important to learn standard deviation than know what you want to be when you grow up? Today, I will talk about why Common Core is outdated, is a disadvantage to low-income communities, and holds no true value. I will primarily start with an article by Stephanie Bernardine and created in June 2020, where she explains that Common Core was primarily created for math standards in 1986. I repeat, 1986. We are currently in the year 2021. Why should we hold all students accountable to learn standard deviation their sophomore year of high school? Why should we hold all students accountable to learn division by 4th grade? Shouldn't we take it depending upon the classroom sizes? Shouldn't we divide those students who need more help in comparison to those who do not need as much help? Now, this transition is truly created in high school level, at least for public schools, where AP classes are created to help out those who are advanced placed, those who move at a faster rate. Now, what happens throughout the years pre-K until 8th grade, where students are not separated, or they're all stuffed to a 35-student classroom? Some are held back. Following along, we will go to why it is truly a disadvantage to low-income communities. We will begin with an example given by the newspaper New American by Alex Newman in February 2019, where President Bill Gates was the highest contributor to the Common Core standard. But this is a hypocritical comment, as his children attended private schools, where no Common Core was needed, where higher flexibility is seen within the classes standards, and all of this also helps them achieve higher education and have an easier time being able to be accepted into high schools. Myself, as a senior in high school who attends a public school, I needed to start from the bottom up. Not only did I have to serve hundreds of hours of community service, as well I dedicated my lifetime to my grades. Now, why should I be punished because others do not need to follow a curriculum? I needed to go out of my way to currently take this class. I attended a week late to this class because it is not offered at my high school, but I'm pretty sure in other high schools it is. Another example of why it is a disadvantage to low-income communities is the important background. This is seen in an article by Lisa Sisierski and by November 2017, where it is important to understand why one is doing something. And this is truly why Common Core was created, but only in math standards. Now Common Core has been translated to even reading standards, where students are now currently, who are in 1st grade, being pushed to read at a higher level. Now, what occurs when students who are at a young age, barely developing, are pushed to read at a higher level because they can? This is why we have steps, where Common Core has loopholes and is truly not covering all the standards that is needed. This can be seen in an article by Timothy Morrison in May 2018, where it states where Common Core has no true value because it is not regulated. And if it is regulated, it is broadly regulated for a nation of the United States. Some states gave up on Common Core because they saw these loopholes. He talks about how students who are reading at an 8th grade level in their 4th grade level are pushed to keep on reading at higher levels. Now what happens when the young minds are pushed to keep on reading high school level textbooks? This is where the young minds the undeveloped minds are pushed too far above their limits. And the reason Common Core is truly created is to assess where the states are worth their funding, if the government are truly funding the states that they need. Now, what happens to schools who have a low score on the standard, but they still need the funding? This is the reason of the funding. Now, what I call for you, I am currently the main chairperson at my school site council, and the only data we look at is graduation rates and CASP exams, which is a standardized test that is given throughout California. We only look at that. We do not look at if the students are okay, if the students are reaching their full potential, what any more division of classes can we create? No, we are seen as a number. We are no longer given any humanity. We are our ID number and our test exam. And if we fail our CASP exam given junior year, we have to retake it our senior year. We are even taking away our parking pass if we do not pass our CASP exam, at least in my high school. Why should a student be validated upon a number and an exam score when there is so many other things that can give students their personal attributes? I ask you to reach out to your school site council, to pay attention who is the board person of each school, because you can make a difference. It might not be your children, but it will make a difference to the future students of America.